Hello, 8th grade friends. Today I just wanted to remind you a little bit of how we do citations and some tools that we can use built into Google Docs as you're getting ready for your science fair. So when we go to tools, we can hit citations, make sure that we're in MLA 8th edition. So if we have a great website that we're using, like for example, I was using this website from the New York Times, what we can do is grab that URL, head back over here, hit add citation source, change my type to website, and then stick my URL in here. So then I make sure that this is accurate, that this matches what I see on my source. So I check for the title and I check the author and the date of the source, and I make sure that those things look correct. Then I also want to go down to the bottom and I want to check the publisher of the website as well as the name of the website itself, which here we know is the New York Times. So then I'll go back in here. It looks like most of this is correct, so I can hit continue. Then as I'm looking through here, it does not have my publisher, so I want to add that myself. Then the rest of this information does look correct with what I saw on the other page. So I'll hit add citation source. Now that I've got this source in here, when I am in my paper here, like I use this quote that I copied and pasted from the original source here, right? And I worked it into my sentence. Then what I can do is I can hit the cite button right here and it'll do my in-text citation for me. So then I just want to make sure that I include the period and then I keep writing. So whatever I want to write next, I can talk about here. Now, the next thing that I can do is I want to add another source. So this is the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. They have a lot to do with this, and I think that this is a great website about fertilizers and what kind of fertilizers I can use. So I can go ahead and go here, add another citation source. I want to add a website. I want to go ahead and search for this. It does tell me right here that my contributors are missing. So I want to go back to the original source and see if I can find an author. It's pretty challenging when we're talking about a government source like this to find an author. So I doubt I'm going to find anything here. I'm probably going to have to go with a corporate author, which would be the Environmental Protection Agency. So I'll hit continue here. And here among authors, I'll change this to a corporation or an organization. So here I want to talk about the U.S. Environmental I'll make sure I spell environmental correctly here. So that's my author as a corporation, which means that we cite it a little bit differently. The rest of this looks pretty good. I want to add my publisher here. And it looks like when I come down here, it's not showing me a publisher on my web page. It is telling me the last time it was updated, so that's nice. But it looks like this right here, the Environmental Protection Agency, is probably going to be my publisher. So I'm going to put that in here. Let's go ahead. It's got all the things that I need there. Now I've got that one as well. So now that I have two different things, what I can do is at the end of my paper, remember we always start a new page for our works cited. I'm going to put it here just because of space, but we always want to put our works cited on a new page. The easiest way to do that is to be at the end of our writing and then go to insert and then down here at the bottom. Sorry, my tools are in the way here. I want to go to insert and then I want to go to break and I hit page break and that'll take me to a new page. And then I want to insert my works cited on this page. Now I don't even have to type anything on this page to be able to do it. So what I'll do here is I'll just hit insert works cited. It does this for me. Another thing that's going to pop up, because I haven't used this second source yet, this Environmental Protection Agency, it's going to ask me if I want to remove those sources. So because I haven't used it in my paper, it will tell me that I need to remove it. I can't have it in my works cited if I don't cite it in my paper. So that's why that warning popped up for me here. But if I were to use it, if I were to take a quote from here and I want to talk more about maybe I want to talk about the regulations on hazardous waste and fertilizers. Okay. And so then I want to go back to my source here. And I want to say the EPA. And then I want to cite this guy and make sure to put that there. Now that warning won't be in my way anymore because I've used both of those sources in mine. Then as I'm writing away, anytime that I use the source, I can just hit cite and it'll add that source in there for me. So that's a really quick way to do it. Always double check what's in there so that you make sure that it's useful to you. But pretty simple way